I build film sets. So me and my company, we just come off the set of Mission Impossible, the new film with Tom Cruise. We've just finished Star Wars down at Palmer Studios. ITV, Mr. Selfridge, we build the sets for that. We're just running the new King Arthur, which is Guy Ritchie. We start that in February. So it's there's a lot going on in the media world. It's fantastic time at the moment. We were in Walt Disney offices in Los Angeles back in January. So it's a good time to be in the industry at the moment. So a bit about my background. As I say, I joined this school back in '91, and let's say I was a bit of a lad. I was a bit of a clown of the class. Never listened, you know. Was always talking. Probably like, you know, perfect place for me. And due to that, I had some problems at home, and I actually got expelled in 1994, or asked to leave is the better term that Anne used at the time. So I did leave, because that was a better choice than getting expelled on my record, and I went to a school down the road which was nothing like this at all. No support. I won't mention the school, it's no longer there anymore. Yeah, didn't do very well there either. I actually went into a children's home not long after that, because I had problems at home. My sister died, and to be honest, life wasn't worth living for me back then. And there's one thing that Anne said to me back then, and that was, look, if you sort yourself out, stop being a prat, you know, do well at this school you've gone to, come back in the sixth form, I'd love to have you back, you know, because deep down I know you're a good kid. And that always rang true in my head, and I thought, you know, I love that school. You know, the support they gave me, I was devastated to get expelled, and I did exactly just that. So I came back in 1996 now, which, Christ, that seems so long ago, and I did leisure and tourism. It was a big wrench for me to come back, because I know the microscope was on me in the post-16, and it's nothing like it is now, you know, with the resources and facilities they've got. And, you know, I didn't have any friends then, because all the friends that I left in 94, 93, you know, you go your own way, and I'd moved to the other side of the city with being in the children's home. So I thought, right, I've got to get my head down and work. I was actually fostered in the time then, in Kingshurst, so not far away. And yeah, through that, I got a GMVQ in leisure and tourism. Richard Jones was a huge impact on that course, I've got to say. There was a time where Birmingham Social Services were going to stop my funding, because they were paying the foster carers money to keep me, because you know, I eat a lot of food and everything else, so you can imagine. And Richard actually wrote a letter to Birmingham Social Services, because my birthday's September, so I'd just come underneath the threshold from being in the year above by about a week. And if it wasn't for Richard writing that letter, I actually don't know where I'd be, because I wouldn't have been able to finish this course. And in the end, I actually ended up going to university. I went to Bolton. The title of the university then was Bolton Institute. So everybody thought I'd been put in an asylum. And I thought, yeah, that's about right. It's now got the title of university, so that's good. There's one other thing that I mentioned this to Anne a few weeks back, which was bizarre. Before I got into media, I also supply JCB and telehandlers, kind of machines and forklifts. And I got a job offer in Kuwait to go and work out there. Mega salary, you know, tax-free, sunshine. I thought, great, off I go. So we're doing a HR department. I'm in a lovely, you know, building in Kuwait, and they said, right, where's your diploma? Because I put it on my CV. I said, well, there it is. And it was actually the CTC internal diploma that they did in the sixth form back then, which I think I passed with merit for a few different functions. And without that CTC diploma, they wouldn't accept me. And I'd even got my degree at this point. I got my degree from Bolton Institute, you know, a 2-2 in sports science, but they weren't bothered about that. They wanted the CTC Kingshurst diploma. I don't think we past tense, I don't think CTC still run that anymore, but I think after what I mentioned to Anne, it might be back on the agenda. So that was my time in Kuwait. And what I would say to all you guys and girls in the crowd tonight is, look, my advice is to stay in full-time education as long as you can. Make as many friends, network, join societies. Another random fact about myself, through all that going on, I actually played Crown Green Bowls. You know, so everyone said, well, isn't that for old people? Well, I guess so, it is now, yeah, but it wasn't back then. But because I was playing Crown Green Bowls at pubs at the time and social clubs and parks, as a 15-year-old kid, that actually put me in an environment around blokes, you know, who were 40, 50 at the time, who actually grounded me and got me into a good network of support, and they're still lifelong friends now, and I still play. So my advice, please stay in full-time education as long as you can. There's great apprenticeships out there, and I'm sure you'll do well. And after 3 hours ago, seeing Mr. Tom Cruise on Leavesden Studios, where I've just came from, being mollycoddled, with an umbrella, and he's got his own private villa virtually within Warner Brothers Studios. For any of you who can get into drama school, absolutely do it. 'Cause if I could turn the clock back, trust me, I think he's on £8 million he's getting for this film, and as I say, get into drama school. It's not geeky, whatever your friends say. Trust me, it's worth the money, and parents, please get the funding. So that's where we are. Any questions, or can I help anyone in any way? No? Great. Well, I'll be outside after, so thank you for your time, and as I say, good luck with everything. Thanks a lot. Cheers.